Hi, I'm Jim,
I'm Karen.
and we do slow travel across the globe. Today's video, we're going to talk about 3 destinations. Karen's going to explain why we're doing the video.
We've been approached throughout our travels about what is our criteria on and how do we find places that we want to go. And we do have basic criteria that we look at and see how we feel like the things are going to fit in. And at the end, we see if they actually lived up to our expectations.
So today's video, what we're going to do is take 3 destinations we've been to already. Our top 3 destinations. And we're going to give you our rating system. And based on our rating system, what they score, who wins, who came in second, who came in third.
These are not necessarily the places that we liked the most, though we've enjoyed every place we've gone. But it's the one that seemed to be the most fulfilling on all of our criteria. So there's a lot of other places that we really enjoyed that we want to go back to, but it just didn't rate as high on our criteria.
And I think it's important to also say that these are places we stayed for a month.
A month.
So
or more.
We've enjoyed some destinations. We went side trips for 3 or 4 days.
Oh.
But that's a whole different ball game. This is for 1 month. Now, before we get started talking about this, I just want to ask everybody to do us one favor. Before we even start the video, give us a thumbs up if you like what we do, so we know you like it. Or better yet, comment and tell us what we have to do to improve. I don't mind that. Please give us a comment or a like, whatever, but help us out.
So, we have been asked by people throughout our travels, where have we been and how did we come up with a list of places to go? How did we come up with places to go? And what were some of our favorites? So Jim and I just sat down and really started trying to go over all the places we've been and rate them by what our criteria, some of the major things that we're looking at. And then of course, so many things just come down to feel, but you can't, it's hard to rate them.
Yeah, it's hard.
Just feels good or it doesn't.
It's also destinations that are major cities.
Yes.
We didn't want to get involved in talking about little towns that we did a 4-day trip in. These are slow travel destinations where we spent the month that we felt comfortable in, and that our ratings put them pretty high on our list.
Yes. So who were the top 3, Jim?
The top 3, in no particular order, are Kuala Lumpur,
where we're at now,
where we are, Madrid,
yay,
and Bangkok.
Yes.
As far as the criteria goes, one of our most important criteria is public transportation
and walkability. We do try to look at Airbnbs and hotels that put us in the midst of things. Not having a car, it's very important for us to be able to walk around and see things, but also what's the public transportation like if it's a little bit further out of the city central or something.
As far as public transport goes, the 2 cities that we felt were the best for that were both Madrid and Bangkok.
Madrid, the walkability was off the chart, and plus public transport because the metro and everything else. In Bangkok, the BTM and the metro was amazing.
Amazing.
KL, in all fairness, we've not been able to walk around a lot in it, but it's also the heat that comes into play. We haven't tried the metro because of my hip, but replacement, but it's easy to get a grab.
Yeah, it's very easy to get a grab. Still, we put Bangkok and Madrid just a little bit above. The next one we look at is airports in and out. As far as that goes, there's no clear winner.
No.
They're all major airports. They all have tons of destinations to go to.
Tons of, and good airlines and also affordable airlines. Madrid was one that had Wizz. That was really good to do. Or,
yeah, you want to go someplace, take a Wizz, you go right. No problem.
She would.
Okay. Our next criteria, and I think a lot of people's criteria, is communication.
Yes.
Being able to communicate with people is important. And a clear winner there, hands down, without question, KL, Kuala Lumpur, absolute clear winner. I don't think we met more than 2 or 3 people that don't speak
I think
some amount of
maybe some
English.
Grab drivers and different things like that, but anybody in restaurants, the medical field, amazing, and everything else. And people, most of the people, servers, people on the street, we've had no trouble communicating. So that's been great.
Okay.
So she's a clear on topper.
Clear. Affordability, amazing. Anytime you're in Asia, Southeast Asia, affordability is
Unless you're in Hong Kong. Well, that's
yeah,
not Southeast Asia, is it?
a cut above. Kuala Lumpur and Bangkok, we give them both an 8.
We've been to less expensive places like Albania, I would say Cambodia, and Vietnam were less expensive, but we're just talking about the places that came out on top.
Yeah, these came out clearly on top. Madrid lags behind in price-wise. It's not as affordable. It's a great destination.
But still, for I think Europe and a major hubba bubba in Europe,
Yeah.
I think it's still very affordable.
Next would be shopping opportunities. Shopping opportunities, KL and
Bangkok.
They're city of malls.
Yeah.
They've got shopping malls everywhere. And in both of those, anytime you have to go to a grocery store, find a mall.
Oh,
They've got grocery stores in the mall.
downstairs on the bottom floor, usually 1 or 2 even malls. Really good variety. You can get Western brands as well as local brands. I would say Bangkok, especially for like fruit markets and vegetable markets and different things like that, were really good. Madrid was good for that too, out of city center. But
Madrid,
it lagged a little bit behind because
a little lag.
It had shopping malls, which were not big mall people, but it did. It didn't. I hadn't seen any big grocery stores. Maybe they're a little bit more out of central where we were.
Yeah. Okay. The next thing we look at, because
Jimmy's favorite.
my favorite, we only eat out just about. I mean, occasionally Karen is great at making toast.
Want a good piece of toast? You got to start with good bread. And
yeah. Restaurants and eating out. As far as that goes,
they were all well, the 2 were 10s with KL and Bangkok because of the variety and the amount of different foods and the local foods and just the flavor. Bangkok, forget it. Just best food I think I've had anywhere for local food, but for variety but then again, great Spanish food in Madrid.
Madrid had great Spanish food, but you were hard pressed to find
This is why they're the top 3.
A variety of foods.
Because they all really scored so close together.
Yep. The next is friendliness.
Everyone's friendly to us because we're so friendly to them.
Yeah,
my mama always said you can't give away a smile, you get one back.
Yep. And we always try to smile at people.
Yes.
No matter who they are. We smile.
We try.
In fact, people look at you, think you're up to something because you give them a smile.
We're just
that's
stupid.
You're just dumb.
Yeah, that's all right.
The last thing is things to do.
Woo-hoo, Madrid, hands down.
Hands down, Madrid. There's just...
For museum. We're museum and...
architecture people.
And architecture and history museums and different things like that.
And restaurants.
And most museums had restaurants in them, so Jimmy was happy. But just so much. But there was so much to do in Bangkok too. I mean, it just was 1 point behind Madrid. The palace and the temples and just amazing.
We're going to give Kuala Lumpur qualified low score on this. We gave it a 6, lower score. And the only reason we're doing that is more because of us or our situation. With Karen's hip replacement, most of this time has been spent in recovery.
Just recovering.
We don't have a chance to really go too many places. We didn't have too many We're giving it a 6. That could change next time we come back, but right
I
now
didn't
it's
see
a
a
6.
lot of museums to go to and different things like that. It's like I said, I don't know.
Well,
But
I'm just saying,
yeah,
for one
it
thing,
is true.
in Bangkok, I mean, you
There
could
was just
spend a decade looking at temples.
Oh,
Temples in Madrid, churches. We like churches and temples. We do like them.
yes.
It's just what we do. Kuala Lumpur, not so much. But if you want to go to a mall, by golly, there's plenty of them here, and they're beautiful.
And they're big.
And they're big.
So that was our top 3. Now, as Jimmy said, there are qualifiers to it, and I said at the beginning, we had some honorable mentions on there. We had Albania, Tirana, which we loved. We stayed there for 3 months. No, there isn't seem to be a lot to do. Architecture, hit and miss. Transportation, very
Definitely
poor.
poor.
You know, you can get a taxi. There's lots of taxis, but the traffic is tremendous. But we loved it.
Yeah.
We loved the feel of it. It wasn't just because it was affordable. We liked the restaurant scenes, the coffee houses, the people's friendliness.
It's something about the people.
And the other one was
Really.
Romania.
Bucharest.
We just dug Bucharest. The architecture, there was tons to see. There were a lot of art galleries in the palace tour that we took, and restaurants were fantastic. They had an old town. And I don't know. You know, there's going to be places that don't fill necessarily all the criteria that you made, but you just got there and you fell in love for some reason.
If you take those 5 different cities,
There are top ones.
those were basically our top, with 3 of them being our top. But if you went to the same cities, you might have different criteria. So there's no way to tell you where to really go. It's going to be up to you to figure that out. Some of these things that we hold high, you may not care about.
And our planning too, one of our major criterion is regional, and that was hard to do. It's going from one place to another that we're not having to fly 100 hours, like what we're going to do to try to get out of here.
Yeah, we're going to be leaving Kuala Lumpur to go to Sarajevo, which is turning into a marathon to get back. But
Well,
we'll be happy to get back to Europe. Kind of sad to be leaving Kuala Lumpur. Well, yeah, but
No.
she had a hip replacement
Yeah.
also.
It-
So we're bringing back one of the biggest souvenirs we've ever brought back.
yes, and I can't fit it in my suitcase.
No. And it's not going to go through the metal detector. But
I
in
don't
any
know.
case,
I hope this helps to try to think of some different categories when you're planning out a trip, or how you felt about it afterwards. Why did it live up to your expectations, or didn't it?
I also want to make mention of our Facebook page.
Yes.
Our Facebook page is called Slow Travel Across the Globe. We've got about 300 people now. It's getting active. I'm hoping to keep it really active. If you join, post pictures and videos. We don't have a problem with you posting videos or pictures.
We love seeing them.
And
That's
it gives
why we
us more
started
ideas.
this. And honestly, it's not to become monetized. We're not looking at making any money off of this. What we're looking at, trying to share some of our experiences and learn about others. That's the top reason for doing this.
In any case, we want to say goodbye.
Just say goodbye, Jimmy.
Goodbye, Jimmy.
Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night. Have a good day. We'll see you next video.